What's up, Pisces? Star with Eyes of the Stars Tarot. So I'm going to be doing a different spread this month. I hope you guys like it. I've been telling the other signs, if you don't like it, just leave me a comment. And I'll do the, or I'll redo the love portion of the reading with the Celtic cross for the mid-month. So just let me know. And I'm sorry, I have my allergies today, so I apologize ahead of time. Okay. So the first card we have is the Hangman reverse. And this is how, well, you in this relationship. So there's been some sort of realization, I feel, about something. Like you've been trying to see your partner maybe, I don't know if in a better light, but with a clearer perspective. Okay, your partner. We have the High Priestess and the Ten of Pentacles reverse. Honestly, I have to say that for a lot of you, you are with someone who is internalizing feelings of maybe separating from this relationship, especially for those of you who are in family situations. With this Ten of Pentacles being here in reverse and the High Priestess, it's like something that they're internalizing. They're not really, they're not expressing it. Okay, so we're not starting off so great here. So how they view you. Let's see, how do they view you? Two cards again. So we have the Devil and the Knight of Swords. I feel that conversations between you guys get really heated and very, you know, like your tongue could really, it's like razor thin, where it just cuts. The words cut. And they feel like you use this as a form of manipulation, as a form of like breaking them down. This is how they're seeing the situation, because they feel somehow controlled, you know. So, and it may not be that you're doing this at all. This is just their perception. For whatever reason, they have this perception. So, excuse me, I'm sorry. All right, so for whatever reason, they have this perception and they are internalizing all of this. And I feel like that may be part of the problem, is because everything is being internalized, nothing's being talked about. And so these can all be misunderstandings that if you guys, you know, had an actual conversation about, or if your partner actually expressed, and this could be vice versa. So, but if whoever this is expresses what they feel, maybe they'll find out that, you know, they're seeing things that are not happening, or this person will realize that there's something going on here that maybe you can help to fix or turn around. Okay, so how you see them. Wow, Ten of Swords. So even though this person hasn't expressed the fact that they may want out of this relationship, you guys know. Okay, so I guess that's why you're here as the Hangman reverse. You've already seen them from a different perspective. Okay, let's see what happened in the relationship past. In the past. The Four of Swords reverse. Again, along the same lines, so some sort of realization. Maybe you guys took a break from each other and you both realized, you know, that things weren't exactly on the up and up, or, you know, who knows what this is, but there's been some realizations about things after a period of, you know, contemplation, thought, observation. Okay, present energy is the Ace of Swords reverse. So again, that same along the same lines of there being a communication issue. So I feel like there's a lot going on in each of you's mind, but nothing is being discussed. And so your thoughts may be just going wild on both sides. Okay, future energy. Okay, so we have the Four of Wands. That's a bit more of a stable energy. It's more like, you know, this is completely a family situation here, but they look like they're enjoying each other. Excuse me. Oh, Lord, my apologies. All right, so the outcome. We have the Lovers and the Magician. I don't like that combination for some reason. Let's see. Oh, I definitely don't like that combination. Okay, so we have the Seven of Swords here, which is, you know, what I kind of got there. To me, that was even a secret relationship, or yeah, just kind of thoughts of infidelity, plans of infidelity. But there is deceit. There's deceit here. Why I got infidelity is because, honestly, the Magician and the Lovers, that's just what the feeling it gave me. And then with the Seven of Swords, yeah. Let's see. Chariot. Seven of Cups. I feel like somebody is definitely tempted to explore, you know, to experiment. Okay, so let's take a look at this Hangman reverse. This is you guys. Did I even say this was for Pisces? It's been in my mind, like in my head this whole time. I don't know if I said it or not, but I'm sorry, guys. Jeez. Okay, so we have the Tower with the Hangman reverse. So this was like a surprise realization about something, coming to terms about something, seeing the truth and the reality. But it was difficult. Okay, sorry guys. It was difficult to deal with. Or not to deal with, I mean, I'm sure it was difficult to deal with, but it was like difficult to face, is what I'm trying to say. Oh, the Ten of Swords reverse, but, or actually the Ten of Wands, sorry. Ten of Wands reverse. You know, whenever the Tower comes around, especially in this combination, the Tower with the Hangman reverse, it's like it feels very much like, yes, it's going to be shocking, and it's going to be uncomfortable and painful, or, you know, all of these things, but it was definitely for your own good, because there's something that you need to let go of, okay? That unless these kind of shakeups happened, you may just stay in a certain like comfort zone that's not to your highest good. Okay, so let's see the other person. We have the High Priestess and the Ten of Pentacles reverse, and this is the Three of Cups reverse. So again, there is a third party here. There is a secret third party that is threatening this family situation. Three of Swords. We have 2 threes. With the High Priestess, this is definitely a third party situation. So this is the real, like who your partner really is. Okay, they have a third party. There's no other way. I'm sorry to have to say it that way, but I feel like you guys know this. I feel like you have known it, and there's an event that's happening, or it's already happened. I don't know, for some it's going to be different for each of you. For some of you it's already happened, for others it's getting ready to happen. But whatever it is, it's going to force you to see the reality. It's going to force you to see that you've been carrying too much of a load on your back. Really for somebody who may not be willing to do the same for you because they're distracted with somebody else. So it's really for your own good. And even though it feels, it feels terrible, but believe me, you are the one who's gonna be in a better position. So how they see you is the Devil and the Knight of Swords. Very harsh, it just feels so. Let me see. 5 of Cups reverse. I also get that I almost feel like there's this sense of not obligation. I can't think of the word. It's not obligation. It's just like an expectation or a responsibility that they have to fulfill, so that's why it feels like burdensome. It feels like restrictive, or like they have no choice but to try to keep the peace and try to keep everything, at least on the surface, to be tolerable. But I mean, who wants to live like that? Okay, so we have the 7 of Wands and the 9 of Pentacles. Yeah. So, I feel like they see that there's, or they perceive a certain set of rules that need to be followed, because I almost feel like this is more about image, is what I'm getting. Like for some of you, it's more about image, like somebody wants to uphold a certain image of being in a family and, like having the traditional sort of image that, they want to uphold in society. And so they're fighting against being perceived as a single person, or being, labeled as that. Or they're fighting from allowing that to happen, so they may see you as like there's no choice but to mend things, to apologize, to try to make things better, even though it's like all image. This is having to do more with like ego, how you want to appear, but it's a facade. That's what I'm getting. It's a facade. Now how you see them is the 10 of Swords. So you feel betrayed by them, and I do feel like you guys feel like it's kind of over. We have the Sun. Okay, so that's that revelation. What is this? The Knave of Swords reverse. Okay, so I feel like you may have been like either spying, doing some sort of surveillance that gave you the clarity that you needed, but it's still not over. We have the World here in reverse. Even though the 10 of Swords is here, the betrayal is happening, like, or being exposed. But there's things still that need to be severed. The Hermit. I feel like some of you right now are only prepared to like separate. You're not prepared to go all the way and like full-on divorce or anything like that, or even full-on breakup if you're not married. I feel like this is like, okay, this is you know, big. Like you understand the impact of the situation. However, you're not prepared to fully deal with it yet. I feel like you just want time to really think about it, and because, like I said, Tower moment is very shocking. It's like you need a moment to let it all soak in, like what just happened. So yeah. Okay, so in the past we have the Four of Swords reverse. Oh, that's too many. Five of Swords. The Chariot. The Eight of Pentacles. I feel like somebody here, you know, whoever it is that's fighting against allowing for this relationship to kind of take its course, you know, if it's on its way to completion, then allowing that to happen. I feel like there's someone who's really fighting against that. And I feel like this is an idea or something or something they decided to do in the past to try. I just feel like somebody has to be able to tell themselves, you know, that they tried everything. They did everything that they could. And I feel like this person, and it could be you guys or it could be your partner, I don't know who it is. I feel like it's you guys, but it may be different in other cases. But yeah, it's like you guys said to yourself that you're just going to put all your put 100% into this, and fight for it, fight for the relationship. You consciously put your mind to that. But I'm feeling like, you know, with these revelations, you're kind of seeing things from another perspective, because no matter how much you try, that's all you can control. You know, you can't control what your partner is doing. And if your partner is not putting in that same effort to making this work no matter what, and they're kind of using their energy or you know, whatever it is that they're contributing to another relationship, they're certainly not contributing that energy here. So it's kind of like they're contributing towards the destruction of the relationship, while you're here frantically trying to make everything work. And you know, there's no balance there. So okay, so present energy, we have the Ace of Swords reverse. Okay, Four of Swords and the Six of Swords reverse. So I feel like there is going to be a period. You see how here we saw that there was the World reverse, even though there's been a betrayal and ending moment here, transformational moment, it's still not fully complete, because someone needs a minute, and this is that minute. This is like when somebody's taking time, taking a break, a separation, because they're just not able to express properly. They're not able to communicate properly because there's too much going on in the mind, and like I said, this situation needs to be soaked in and marinated on for a while. But let's see this Four of Wands here, because this is again, like I said, achieving a stability here in a relationship. So let's see. Okay, we have the Ten of Swords reverse. Death reverse. Yeah, wow. Okay. One more. The Seven of Pentacles. So what's going to happen is, I feel like this is something that has happened before, okay, because that's why we have this World card here in the reverse, because it's a cycle that has not ended because you don't want to end it. I feel like you guys are the ones who are resisting the natural progression of this situation. And so we're going, and I'm sure this story will sound familiar, we have this massive shock here, this event, whatever it may be. Today it may be another woman, yesterday who knows what it was, or maybe it was the same sort of situation. But we're taking a break. We're gonna not speak to each other. We're gonna separate for a while until the feelings die down and we think about it less and less each day, and then maybe we can manage to muster up the energy to speak again, and we'll just sweep this under the rug and hope that someday we'll receive our reward for all the effort that we're putting into this, for just continuing along and pretending to be a nice, happy family, and just not allowing for this to end. That's not an option. So here we go again. This magician, the magician also creates illusion. So this is like the illusion of this sort of perfect relationship, where they're looking to buy a house and everything looks so stable and pretty, but is it really? Seven of Swords. So let's see what the overall outcome is. Justice reverse. Okay, the Lovers. That's not, so the Lovers is here again. But look at this Lovers card. And we have a King of Pentacles. Some of you could be dealing with a Taurus, Virgo, or a Capricorn. Let's do one more. The Wheel of Fortune. Let me just do one more. The Knight of Wands. So I really hate to say this, but it's up to you what you want to do in this relationship. But if this is resonating for you, and this has happened before and it's happening again now, it's going to happen again in the future. And we see that they're not going to change. They're going to continue being the same. They're on the surface, yes, they will be. The thing with this relationship is this person, the partner who's doing the cheating, is otherwise on paper a good partner, like they're a provider, they're reliable, as far as like paying the bills and making the money, and being a support system in a way, but they're out doing you wrong. They're not really taking seriously your emotions, your connection as a couple. And to be quite honest with you, this person, even though they are a responsible person, they're still very much, they're very passionate, they're very sexual, and so they can somewhat be tempted into someday, you know, maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but eventually they may eventually be tempted to pursue a whole new beginning with somebody else, you know. So just because he's there and present, and takes care of the bills and all of that, he may be doing that with you today, but there is a possibility that he may decide to go do that with somebody else, you know. So he is that person, but he doesn't necessarily have to be that person with you. And so that's what, you know, I kind of want you to understand, is that this person tends to be selfish. They don't take your emotions and your feelings into consideration, because they know that you will just forgive them. So it's created that kind of dynamic because there are no boundaries here in this relationship. So look, we have the Ace of Cups with the King of Wands reverse, the Empress reverse, the Six of Pentacles reverse, the High Priestess reverse. That's that revelation. You guys have an opportunity here to force yourself to see the things that are going on around you. And, you know, maybe you need to offer this Ace of Cups to yourself for a while and not... I just feel like this is only taking you around and around and around like a hamster wheel. And it's up to you if you want to get off that hamster wheel. Because at some point, I feel like you're not going to get off, and then you're going to turn around and realize that it's just you by yourself running around in that hamster wheel, and everybody else has already moved on. So I'm sorry, I know this was kind of harsh, and but you know, that's kind of how tarot is. It doesn't give you the messages that you want to hear, it just gives you the messages that you need to hear. And sometimes they're not pretty. But again, I really don't feel like this is going to be too surprising. I mean, for those of you who are really in the dark, then yes, of course. But I kind of feel for most of you, you at least suspect it. If not, it's already happened before. So it wouldn't be anything new. So let's see. Let me choose a card from the Cosmic Reading cards. What does Pisces need to know this month? What is the message they need to hear? Okay, so we have Celestial Teacher. I feel like you guys may be dealing with, and this is why those cycles, you guys may be dealing with somebody who's like a karmic soulmate who is really here to just open your eyes to parts about yourself that maybe you need to change, you need to focus on. Lessons that needed to be learned. Let's see what it says. This says, this card represents your ability to manifest a reality of your own choosing. You have come a long way, and this world of manifestation that you now find yourself in reflects the wisdom, insight, and clarity you have embraced so far. If you have drawn this card, Spirit is encouraging you to share this wisdom with the world. Unlimited power, light, and sacred knowledge flows through you. For your heart is open and your mind is clear. Trust in your abilities as a teacher for you to have a strong connection to the universal energies of love. Allow Divine Spirit to speak through you and trust in this process that is unfolding. Trust yourself and trust in what you know. Let go of any doubts or inhibitions that keep you from taking that next step. By not embracing and sharing the wisdom you hold, you deny the world the opportunity to experience your unique healing light. Many gravitate toward radiant souls who stand empowered. You're a natural teacher, dear one, with natural counseling skills. By speaking your truth and sharing the lessons you have learned, you inspire others to find the courage within them to do the same. your own unique celestial light with the guidance of spirit will bring much love, peace, and clarity to this planet. The increased awareness and light that you have gained is an invaluable resource that will inspire many. Release all doubts and hesitation. Be the divine soul you came here to be. Be the light, love, peace, and stillness that this world seeks. Wow. It's really amazing because this may be for a lot of you like a soul calling. And this is what was being awakened in you through this whole experience. And so once you have done all that healing, you'll have all this knowledge of stemming from the pain that you've gone through in this relationship, and you know, putting yourself in situations in which people were deceiving you, sometimes right in front of your face, and you chose to allow that to happen. It's really not about the other person. It's about, you know, the universe wanting you to see that part of yourself, to understand why. Why is it that you don't feel like you're worthy enough to demand a certain level of respect? You know, and it's that point for you to get that. And once you do, once you get it, once it clicks, then imagine how many people you will serve as like a celestial teacher for, to help them through that change, that transition that's so difficult for so many people. So that's really amazing. All right, let's move on to your finance and career reading. Pisces, June 2019, finance and career. All right, we have the Six of Pentacles, Knight of Wands. I feel like you guys are very busy this month, taking care of business, making money here and there. I feel like, you know, a lot of connections, maybe a lot of networking. You're doing a lot of... it's like you want to be seen. This month is a good time to be seen. Show, you know, let yourself shine. Let's see in the past. Past energy. Six of Cups. Okay. That's nice. Present. Oh. Three of Swords. And future energy, we have the Three of Wands reverse. Okay. Bottom of the deck, Hangman. Again, Hangman for you guys. That is your card. I'm feeling like give things a minute. I feel like this month is very much about interpersonal relationships and how, you know, you're dealing with other people, the perception of you that you're leaving with them. I feel like it's very important for you to be very cognizant of that, how you're dealing with others. And also not just how you're dealing with them, but how they're dealing with you and how you're reacting to maybe triggers. I'm feeling like you guys, there's a propensity here for you guys to be a little bit sensitive, or just take things the wrong way. So there's a potential for misunderstandings, I feel, this month. Okay, so just be aware of that. Let's see, Six of Cups. Strength reverse. The World reverse and Hangman reverse. For some reason, I'm getting there was something that happened in the past that caused some sort of insecurity, and you're aware of it, but you're kind of already working on trying to overcome that. But it is something that you're aware of. Again, I'm getting like I don't know if it's social anxiety for some of you, or it's just It's an insecurity. It's almost like fear of not measuring up or something of that nature. Okay, so yeah, that kind of makes sense. Okay, so be careful here, because I feel like because of this, you guys tend to be very much of a people pleaser. And you know, you try to live up to everybody's expectations, or at least what you think their expectations are of you, and you may be setting the bar a little bit too high. So be careful, because you may like burn yourself out, or this creates a sense of resentment that really, when you really think about it, maybe you guys in large part had everything to do with that, because it's like you're creating this pressure upon yourself, and then you kind of resent the other people who may not have even asked you to do it. It's just kind of, you took it upon yourself because you want everybody to like you and you want to impress. All right, let's see. Six of Pentacles. Again, we have this Tower card. The Hierophant and the Wheel of Fortune reverse. For some reason, I don't feel like it's actually happening, but I feel like you guys, for some reason, are fearing a shakeup. So for maybe some of you are afraid of losing your job, afraid of getting laid off, or something of that nature, and so you don't want to, you know, make any waves here. You just want to please and be done with it. Let's see, Knight of Wands. Knight of Pentacles reverse, Justice reverse, Judgment. Yeah. I just feel like you guys feel threatened somehow. Like your job is in danger, so you're trying to do everything you can for you not to be on anybody's shit list. You want to be judged well. You don't want anyone looking at you like you're a slacker or you're lazy or anything like that. You want to be seen as the person to go to for everything and anything, like indispensable. Because there is also an insecurity. So this might be something, like I said, that you guys are, this pressure that you're putting on upon yourselves, but it doesn't really exist. So yeah, you may need to kind of look at that a little bit. Okay, let's see what this Three of Swords is. Five of Cups reverse. Yeah, so there needs to be a healing of some sort of wounding that may have happened in the past. Whoop. The Sun, yeah, see. For some reason, there may be like an astrological event happening that may trigger this, for you to realize that there's like an emotional imbalance here with regards to an insecurity that you have that caused a trauma or a wounding that needs to be healed, so that you're not overextending yourself and then creating poor relationships with people around you because you're feeling unappreciated or taken advantage of somehow. But it's really just you kind of creating that perception for yourself. Okay, future energy, we have the Three of Wands reverse, Four of Cups, and the Hermit. So what this is saying is that nothing really is going to change. You're not going to see progress unless you really take a look at this situation. There's self-reflection that needs to happen here, because I feel like these are self-sabotaging behaviors that may make you miss out on certain opportunities that you may not feel like you're ready for, or you just may shy away from certain situations, or not situations, but opportunities that come toward you. So it's something that you need to reflect upon so that you are open to all the possibilities out there for you, okay? So I hope that helped. And let me know about the love reading, what you would like me to do. Bye, guys.